Գյուրջան Կասկադ, ցանկացած համեմատություն մեր օգտին է։
Just let me Պարոն Թերիոն ելույթի ունենալու անգլերեն, եթե կան սրահում մարդիկ, որոնք դեռ թարգմանչական սարքեր չեն վերցրել, խնդրում եմ վերցրեք եւ պատրաստեք։
So please let me start by apologizing for speaking in English. My Armenian is terrible, so I don't want to hurt anyone by speaking it. And also thank the organizers for putting this together, and especially using an old picture. That's very nice of you to do that as well. I have to say, for the last half hour, I've had the most hope I've had in 4 years of watching from the diaspora what's unfolded. What Armenia has faced in objective terms, a 90 million population, 2 countries, extremely well-armed, oil wealth and so forth against tiny Armenia, and seeing the internal problems of Armenia in dealing with that, right? So we have a combination of external and internal problems. And hearing what has been said so far has been some of the best thinking about this issue that I've heard in this period. So thank you both. I think this is very important. Let me start off by saying I'm a diasporan Armenian. I would like to move to Armenia, but when I speak, I try to be very careful. I don't live here. My blood isn't on the line the same way as many people here. And so when I come with opinions, I try to give the opinions with respect that I'm not telling people what to do here, but trying to use my expertise, such as it is, to try to contribute to the discussions in Armenia about the way forward, to try to support Armenia as best I can. And I hope what I say will be a little bit useful. Next thing I'm going to say is I'm a philosopher, which means I'm supposed to be someone who doesn't deal with concrete, practical issues at all. However, I'm here to say that today and through this issue, I'm trying to be very concrete and very practical and very realistic. And I think a lot of the discussion, even in the diaspora, even sometimes the ARF, but certainly with the Armenian government, especially the Armenian government, has been based on wishful thinking, not cold, clear analysis of the reality that Armenians and Armenia face today. It would be nice to think that if we engage in a traditional diplomatic process with Turkey and with Azerbaijan, that we could negotiate some kind of workable peace and some kind of relationship, economic and otherwise. And I think we've heard some very good points about the dangers of that economic relationship. It would be nice to believe that. But the reality is very different. And we have to start from a different set of assumptions. The most important is that Turkey and Azerbaijan have the goal of genocide against Armenia. We will have a huge change in the geopolitics. That will change Azerbaijan's calculations, it will change Russia's calculations, it will change the US calculations, and so forth. So I'll leave you with that one hope. I will actually say one other thing, this idea of debating. The one thing I've noticed about particularly the Armenian government, which concerns me, and I don't want to just come here and say bad things about the government, that's not my goal here, but one thing that's very important. A healthy government, a good government, encourages debate. ARF should be encouraging debate. Everybody should be encouraging debate for a very simple reason. When you encourage debate within your government, in your society, you are going to hear every possible idea that you can use. And right now it seems to me that the government refuses to hear most of the ideas and doesn't test its own ideas with its own population, with its own scholars, with its own policy thinkers, and so forth. And then goes into the international arena and uses these untested, naive ideas to try to negotiate. What we need is a real global, I believe, Armenian discussion, but also involving a global non-Armenian participation. We have great allies. And if we have that, I think we can develop some concrete ways to move forward that are much better than what we see right now. So I really thank you for your indulgence. I apologize if I've overstepped in my criticisms of certain governments, but I hope that this will help in some way advance the discussion.
Thank you for your comprehensive points.